Hello everyone, this is Drea with Journey Mind Body Spirit, and today is going to be a video on, sorry, I live by a busy street, so sometimes my videos get interrupted, on how to reuse swimming pools, in this case, small plastic pools, and bed frames. And these could be old bed frames that you already have or that you find for free on Craigslist. They're not something you need to throw away. So what I did, and what I would suggest, if you have two pieces, make kind of a teepee trellis. And I bought these wood stakes. I put 2 on each side, and that's just to keep it from rolling out. It looks like it is kind of squishing the pool just a bit. So I put 2 on each side to keep it from rolling out, and then I use some of the garden tape on the top to keep it on. And so what I'm going to do is, this pool has, most of the things have went to seed and got pulled. I do have strawberries in here, but I want to put some cucumbers in. So I got some cucumber starts. I didn't have too much luck on a lot of my cucumbers. I did get some in the ground, but I had to buy some starts, and this was actually the last one, so it's a little late, but hopefully I get some pretty good progress. So what I did was, because there's still a lot of plants like these cabbages, and my Swiss chard has not finished going to seed, and there's a few onions, and because I have strawberries that I just kind of let the runners go in, and I did plant one, but most of the other little plants like these are from runners. I'll do a video kind of showing you some more about that another time. So these ones, I wanted them to have, the cucumbers to have more soil. So I got these pots, and I used scissors on these ones. And scissors with these little store pots, the ones that your plants come in, it actually worked pretty good. It was a lot easier than using my soldering gun, which I do normally. So this side is a lot more bare. I do have some arugulas that seed it, but I'm not too concerned about those because I don't believe that they're going to live too long, and they already kind of grow fast and everything. So I'm going to actually plant over them. So what I did was buried it in a little bit, or I might just kind of push them over, and if they really want to live, they will. Because I wouldn't mind actually having some greens, and there's other plants in here, it might give it more of a chance to have shade and not bolt so quickly. But any of them that don't make it, they're just going to be nutrients for the other plants. So I kind of dig a hole about 1 inch or 2. Put that in. So now the roots can go all through this, and then I'm going to fill this up with my soil. Put my plant in, and I mixed 3 different kinds of soil. I kind of just use whatever organic soil I got, and I got this from Boogie Brew, so I've been using that on a lot of my roots, something that you're supposed to put on the roots. I have some other things on Boogie Brew that I bought from Boogie Brew, and this is my first year, so there's some things that I may not have used this powder, so I'll let you know how it works, but I'll definitely know a difference on my like broccoli and kale and stuff like that, because I've been seeing a lot of those white things that look like butterflies, but they're actually moths, come around. So last time, probably like September, they just like ate up everything. As soon as the weather was kind of warm but cooling off, their little caterpillars ate up everything. So what it does, it should help the plants with some defense. So I'm going to do 3 of those here, but I'll show you another way that I've been using this, because sometimes you might not have 2 like I have here and be able to make a teepee. And then with these pools, they're perfect size to make a little mini garden bed. You just want to poke some holes in the bottom. You could either use any kind of method. Basically, you could draw a nail through them, or if they already got some holes in them because they're old, as long as they have some drainage. You don't want too much moisture. And then I have another one. This was a doggy pool, and it kind of had like the bottom that removes. So this got pretty good drainage in it also. And this one I got for free. This one I bought, and it had a hole in it. So instead of throwing it away, we get to reuse it. So then over here I have two that are just one piece. So if you don't have a tree or something like that to lean them on, one of my other suggestions would be just to, if you find, just to kind of save them and find two that don't match and kind of do the same thing. Like for instance, this one over here looks like it's from a crib. It would be shorter, so I would just do the taping part down lower and still make it into a teepee. So over here, this one is pretty heavy, so I didn't tape it down. And I haven't actually planted on either of these yet, but I'm using them for trellis, and they're free. And because they're kind of the wood color, they're not too much of an eyesore. This one's a homemade trellis, but this is just off of some little this and that's that I bought from the 99-cent store. So this is another cucumber plant. This is a national pickling. It has been, basically I use the same method that you guys just seen. I don't want to go too far. Okay, there we go. I was trying to, before it was like so, see I have this little thing, it was so tiny that it was like going onto the ground, but it's getting up the trellis. I'm trying to get it trained. So those are two ways that I suggest repurposing headstands. I have some more from some bunk beds that I haven't used yet. And so with the bunk beds, so this would be a third way. This is a bunk bed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it put back together, and only the top part. So keep the bottom part, bed part out. And even with bunk beds, sometimes they come with like these. Look, I got like a little mini trellis I could use this for. So I'm only going to put the one on top, and keep the bottom one off, and use that as a trellis in a different way. But I'm going to use it for my grapes. So my grapes will have a trellis, and then you can kind of duck under and pick them, because it will be, the bottom bunk will be out, so you can kind of go in. So that will be a project that I get going on later. So that would actually be the third way. If you have an old bunk bed, you can use that as a trellis, and it doesn't have to be for grapes. It could be for anything. So you don't have to really keep it apart. If you got all the pieces, you can kind of get that going. And all bunk beds aren't the same, so just with that particular one. So that's going to be it for this video. It's kind of short and sweet, but these are some of my ideas to keep things as much as we can out of the landfills and save some money in our garden. All right, you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know if you found any other ways to repurpose swimming pools, little swimming pools, and headboards or bed frames. All right, you guys, take care.